Hey everybody, good afternoon. I'm on here in a different time of the day today. I apologize everybody. I've been under the weather, been a little sick these last few days and I've been trying to recuperate. I needed a break. It's like my body shut down on me and it's like, okay, now I am well rested and that's much needed rest. I think I just overdid it, okay? And all kind of things been going on with me the weekend. So I thank God that I'm okay now. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and talk about. We're gonna pop into a new series here: how to attract money for your business ideas. And of course, you know, guys, that we're coming up to the end of the year, and we're coming up to the holiday season. We're coming up. Everybody's gonna be talking about New Year's resolutions and doing. They're gonna start their business in the new year, and they're gonna do these all great things for the new year. But I want you to get in the mindset of starting it now because businesses don't think that way. They don't think like we do. So, anyway, let me introduce myself to you. I'm Sandy, I'm your biz strategist here, and I'm here to help you to get your business ideas out of this and onto some paper or on a computer and then let it manifest into the world so where you can profit and exchange your our brilliant IP property and to help others to accomplish their goals and everybody wins. Okay, that's what we go. That's what I'm here to do. So help you do that. Okay. All right. So anyway, oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So anyway, I want to go ahead and start a new series on how to attract money to your business. Now, let me tell you some of the things that some opportunities that maybe a lot of you haven't heard about them and just don't know the in depth and take them these things what I'm going to say very seriously for you. Okay. One of the things that you should take very seriously is there is help out here for you. There's funding out here for you, not only grants, but there are loans and there are contracts to help you get to the next level. Let me repeat that. You have money out here, you have contracts out here, you have things out here to help you get to the next. Okay, I just want to make sure that I was sounding on my platform over here. So that is news that you should know, news that you should be aware of. News, news, news. So if I am looking away from this camera here, I'm going to try to focus on this camera as much as I can because I'm recording and this will be going out to some major outlets. I may. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, 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 thank you. I want to make sure that it's professional. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and I will see your comment if you have any questions along the way. I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to answer them. But if I'm in the middle of my thought process, please, please, please just bear with me, okay? Because I don't want to interrupt my flow here. All right, how about that? Are y'all with me over here on TikTok? Y'all normally have more questions than everybody else. Instagram, are y'all feeling me over here? Okay, are you feeling me? Are you feeling me? Hey, how you? So anyway, okay, let me go ahead and begin to give you, let's talk about this thing here. How to attract the money in your business. Remember, I said there's contracts out there for you, there's loans out there for you, there are grants out there for you. But in order to be able to get yourself in the position to getting some of this money and to getting some of these opportunities with your brilliant IT property, your IT intellectual property, I'm sure that you are the GOAT, the greatest of all times, the GOAT, the GOAT, the GOAT, the GOAT, the GOAT. So if you feel that yourself, and you should think of yourself as that, because if you don't think of yourself as that, no one else will put you in that category. So we're gonna go ahead and continue in this. We're gonna make sure that we can get some of these ideas and present them out here into the world. Now, one of the first things I want to talk about is going to be you making yourself visible, making yourself visible. Okay. And I'm not talking about videos and things like that. Making yourself visible. That is going to be number one. What is that, Sandy? That is structure. That is, if you're not in a position, everybody, if you're not in a position, the strict position for anybody to take you seriously, they won't even see you. Let me ask y'all this. How many people, if you know that they're not serious, do you give them any attention? If you don't even focus on them, right? Because you say, oh, they're not serious, so you won't waste your time with them. Well, that's the same as your opportunities. Your opportunities out here are just that. They're just that serious too. That's just how things you manifest things, or things happen for you in your life. Same with me, same with all of us. When we do this, it's things just line up for us. You can't argue with me on this because I know it's true. Now, what does that look like? That look like in business, if you are somebody that want to launch an enterprise or launch a business, and you're going to get funding, you want a contract, you want grants, you want all of this, you're going to have to have they're going to have to get the information that's in your head and the things that you've thought about. You're going to have to put it out visible. You're going to have to put it on paper. You're going to have to put it where, as Joe Madison used to say, put it where the goats can get it. Okay. So you're going to have to put it there. And where is that? You're going to have to write it down. You're going to have to put it in a computer, put it on some paper like this. You're going to have to do it. There's no way around it. You can skirt again. You can skirt on it. You can play with it. You can just thinking you can bypass it. You can be lazy about it, but you're going to be stuck where you are like Chuck. You're not getting anywhere. Your idea is not going anywhere because you haven't put that force, and you haven't put that energy, and you haven't put the effort, and you haven't put the time in it. And anytime you believe in something, when you believe in it, you're going to take action on it. You notice that. If you don't believe in anything that you're thinking about doing or you want to do, you ain't going to do nothing. You're going to sit there and you're just going to play with it. You're going to skirt around it. You're going to not do it. You're going to pick it up. You're going to put it down. You'll pick it up again, put it down, and then you haven't accomplished anything. And and a lot of us, we don't want to do the work. It's work. It's work, is work, is work, is work. Work, work, work. Work, work, work. Y'all heard that song? Work, work, work. It is. It's work. So that's how. Now, let me tell you some of those things that's going to be in that visibility package, okay? You have got to, and I know you've heard this 102 or 3 times before, you have to get legit in a business, meaning you have to make sure, number one, that even before you do anything else, because this is going to go on everything you have in your business idea, and that's your name, the name of the business. You're going to have to make sure that you're not using someone else's name. You'll have to make sure that someone else can't come along later and say cease and desist. That's real, y'all. That can happen. It's real. It can happen, and it has happened, and it will happen again. So be unique in that. Come up with your own name and go from there. That's the first thing. Make sure that it's protected. I have that in a free package of mine that I have. I mean, what can I say? I have free material that you don't have to even do business with me right now. Just get it and read it, and it'll help you. It'll take you a long way. Okay. But let me show you something while we're talking. If you want this, you see this here? This is something for you. It's free. I think I have the link somewhere in this video. Get this. You can't see it over here on TikTok. Let me show y'all. In Instagram, you can't see it either. But Instagram, y'all be able to see it because I'm going to put up another video. Let me flip my camera. You see that? You see that TikTok? Y'all see that? That is free. Only thing you have to do is click the link. I don't think you have the link, but if you go, what you can do, if you go and click the link, you go and click the link in my bio. It's right there in my link. You go there and get it if you want it. You have to go there and get it. Okay, over here on TikTok. I just showed it to you for those that are still in here. All right. Now, back to what I was saying. Okay. Now, let me get rid of that. Okay. Now, that is what I just showed you. That is everything that you need to know about being legit, getting being in position to to attract money for your idea. I should have named the books. I should have named it something else. I probably can go back and change the name of it. I can do that. That's the beauty of doing things, having to running your own business. I can do that. Okay. Okay. So now let me get back to what I was saying. Now, once you have established that name, nobody else has it, it's unique to you, okay, ain't going nowhere, da 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 da. What you're going to do next is you're going to start implement everything else that's going to help you be noticeable. They got to see you because nobody's going to want to give you grant money. Nobody's going to give you a loan. Nobody is going to want to give you a contract if you don't have, because first of all, they're going to have their interface of getting into their, let me talk a little, stop talking too much business language. But anyway, the gateway of getting approved to get some money from them or to get loans, and in the application portion of it, let's put it that way. They're gonna that's gonna be required of you. You're gonna have to fill out those forms, and them forms gonna ask you those questions. So there's no way around it. There is no way around it. You got to do it. That's if you want to do, and that's if you on the sidelines and you say I'm gonna do this thing my way. I'm gonna do it the way I want to, and da 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 da. By all means, do it. By all means, have a field day and do it. But it won't get you far. Okay. So after you do that, you've already established your LLC, your EIN number, your business bank account, your DUNS number. Start building credit. I got a couple of videos in here. Start building your business credit. If you have something going on with your personal credit, I have some material here to just give you information to help you along the way with that. Hey, you got to understand that you got to do the work. Like I said earlier, you have to do the work. Okay. Once you do the work, then everything else is going to fall in place for you. So let's talk about what does the work look like, Sandy? You keep saying the work. So what does that look like? First of all, that looks like, establishing your whole business concept. Because you can't just get out here and not have a organized fashion, plan, a daily to-do list, a daily project, how you're going to manage your business, what you're going to do from day in to day out, how you're going to get it out there, who's going to be a part of your team, whether you're going to wait and you're going to just be solo right now. All of that is important. You got to think about all of that. And I know you can do it. You can do it. But I just think that you don't believe you can do it. That's why you haven't done it yet. But you want it. You got to have a desire to have a business. And I think when you realize the work is involved in it, I think you just give up. But just think about it like this. You go to your 9 to 5, for those that are here working, you go to your job and you give them all of your energy. Sometimes you have to recuperate at home and then too, I know they're compensating you and giving you a living wage. Okay. I understand that. But if you want something more, this is what you have to do. Keep your 9 to 5, but this is what you have to do. So now let's talk about a couple of other things. We're going to talk about some goals that you need to really, 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 really think about as you're out here thinking about, working on your business development. You really do. Before we get into making the money, you first got to understand whatever product and service that you have, you got to learn how to price that thing right. Yes, you can't look at somebody on the left and look at somebody on the right and say, well, I'm going to price mine $2 or $3 lower than theirs, $2 or $3 higher than theirs. They use the system, probably a formula to come up with their prices according to their expenses before they want to break even. See, everybody got a different break even point in business. Yes, they do. I talk about that in my courses and classes. If you want to be a part of the community, you need to text Push the Dream to 833-247-6465. That's Text Push the Dream to 833-247-6465 and get and be a part of the community. So when we go live and we do classes together, then this is what you will have, for your this is what you will have for your benefit, for your information. Now, that is going to be the main thing, coming up with a price to price your service and your product. Because if you're in business to help somebody solve a problem and give them the value that they're asking of you. So just like when someone come to me and they have a problem and they want me to, help them with their business, or either do grants for them or help them with some form of their, possibly maybe their credit, or somewhat other things. I have to do an assessment of what they want me to do. Some of my high level coaching prices, they're not the same. Now I can put a product out here and put it at a certain amount, then you can purchase it. Yeah, that's a one time deal or whatever. But here again, I'm not, you have to do it from your standpoint. So anyway, when I work with people one-on-one, it's just a totally different thing, because I have to put in my time that I have to put into it, and then put in all of the other things that go along with me doing that. So I have to be very, very you know I have to be very intentional about that, and so will you. So this is what I'm telling you: with your pricing, you have to be very intentional. Okay, because if you don't, you won't profit, for one, and then two, you won't be in business for long, and three, you'll be frustrated because you're not getting to where you want to be. And then also, I know a lot of times we always want to put our business out, just start making in money in anywhere we can. And sometimes you have to be careful with that too. You have to, like, say for instance, you want to, you put in multiple streams, you're trying to get multiple streams out of something, when sometimes you need to focus on a few other things first, and then add other sources or other streams or other complementary things to that portion, before before, after you've already kind of like got the other laid out. And then that way, hey, and that way, hey Yvonne, how you doing? And so that way you will be okay. And that is just some of the short term goals, or the short term things that you should do. And also, launching, like I said, launching your product or service correctly. That way everybody has been communicated to. And another thing, I think I did a video a few weeks ago, and I was talking about the ways you communicate with your clients. You can communicate with them, whether you're meeting them one-on-one. You communicate with your clients whether you're going to meet them later, meaning you setting up an appointment with them, or whether you're going to via through text message or things like that. There's so many ways. So there's so much you have to think about, and there's so much you have to put in your plan. So if you go and get that business plan guide that I just showed, it's free to you. You'll see what I'm speaking of. And I teach it. Out of that plan, I teach the specifics of it. So if you don't want to have an appointment, if you don't want to sit down with me and we lay it out together, it's in that guide. That is just what I would be teaching you. That's what I would, but you would have the specifics of the information. I'd show you how to do everything. In the book, I'm just telling you what you need to do. And I know that'll help you too. Okay. So that's what I'm speaking of. Now, one of the other short-term goals in business that you need to be thinking about is, you need to be thinking about how you're going to build, how are you going to build loyal customers. So that means, loyal clients or whatever. So what that means is you must know what they want, right? You got to build a rapport with them, or find out through your market research, which we'll talk about that later on another day. You need to make sure that you are doing that, and you are knowing exactly what the people you're serving want. Remember, we're talking about targeting people. Targeting. We're not talking about random, clients or random customers. We're talking about targeting. And then that way, when you build a loyal base, I have a loyal base now. My customers are loyal to me. They are loyal. Ooh, 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 ooh. I help them on multiple projects. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Multiple projects, and I'm so grateful. So now, next thing is something long term that you need to think about along the way is how you going to scale or how you going to expand your business, whether you're going to stay in your general region or you're going to be, global internationally, or you're going to go all over the states, or if you have a brick and mortar, or you're going to put another location in another area. Well, getting yourself together in your just that one thing first is going to help you to expand, and you just do the carbon copy of that in other places. But you just got to know what state requires, if you're in the United States, and even internationally, what are their laws and their rules. And you have to have a learning curve. You're going into new territory, so you got to know what the lay of that land will require of you. So anyway, that is something that you need to think about long term if you're going to be in business for a while. So these are some things that will help you. It's going to help you get this in, attract this money that I'm speaking of, that I'm talking about. Now this is a series. Now we're going to be talking about this for a few days. So, okay. Now the next thing is with one of the long-term goals is going to be, you know, how you going to who are you going to partner with? What is going to be complementary? Who are you going to partner with that is not as the same as you? Meaning your business is going to be a complementary business that you guys can partner together, and they can be the yin. You can be the yin to their yang, and they can be the yang to your yin, or whatever. However you want to do it. That's what I'm speaking of. And then you want to determine that in the long for a long term goal. So once you got the short term things together, and then people see you out there, you're visible, and you start working, and say you start getting contracts or you get a grant, people start seeing you doing things and your business is flourishing and growing. People want to be around success. So that way it won't be hard for you to form a partnership. But you just gotta, there's layers to that too. You gotta know who to partner with. So anyway, that is something that's going to be long term for you. And then also being innovative. You may want to partner with somebody that's innovative in technology or innovative in other things, like for instance, yeah, technology, or if it's going to be energy, if it's going to be global warming, whatever your business is, and whatever that partnership and innovation can do to help your business. Somebody coding, like learning, having engineering background to help you come up with something that's innovative that nobody else has came up with before. So all of that it can be long term. So you can, and then too, if you even did the basic planning and have something in writing for your business. And also what that's going to do is that's going to help you to think about things in, you ever do, have y'all ever done this before? You ever start writing something, and then you say, I'm going to write, you just write, you just brain dumping, and then you start writing stuff, and then you just can't stop. Well, that can happen to you for as your business is concerned. Your ideas will flow and flow and flow because you would have taken the time out to methodically do some thinking and methodically thought that thing out to the point that you said, okay, you know what? I believe I can, I can expand this in another area too. So that is very important too. Okay. Now, with that being said, we are going to talk about a few other things too. Ooh, okay. We're going to talk about a few other things, but even with that being said, that's going to help you a whole lot right there, your foundation. So let's get into talking about your marketing. We can kind of start on talking about the marketing, who you're going to be marketing to in your demographics, because you know what, believe it or not, they can tell you a lot. They can help you, they can give you without them even knowing it, and without you even asking them. Really, you can just study what's going on from your already potential customers or already customers, because you can do surveys. You once you get that client base, you can give them surveys and ask them what are they looking for, and then you can kind of come up with your innovative ideas from that. Yeah, that's basically how it's done, really. So coming up with innovative ideas just from knowing the problems that already exist. But because when you have already built up your business, that's going to help you tremendously. Okay? Whether it's going to be from receiving grants, whether it's going to be from getting a loan for your business, or even doing contracting. And I get deeper into each one of those when I teach them. So we're just talking about them right now. But believe me, you have more than a beautiful and more than abundantly abundance of opportunity with doing these things that I'm mentioning to you. Your opportunity is limitless, but some of you just don't want to take the time to plan it out. You plan it out the right way. You just don't want to do it. So, and I'm not the one to come up here and just try to make you say something to make you feel good. Business is work, babes. It's work. Having a business is work. And, you know, if you don't want it and if you don't want to be motivated to take it to the next level, don't expect nobody else to do it for you. Don't even expect anybody to encourage you to do it because they won't. They don't know how to. They don't. It's nothing derogatory, it's nothing saying negative about them. Some people just don't know how to do it. And it ain't left up for them to kind of keep you motivated and get you to the next level. And you say, absolutely. Hey, Melvin, how are you? Melvin Davis? Yeah. So you have to, you definitely have to be very mindful of that. And you being marketed to all day, every day, all day long, every day. So why don't you take look? I don't know what any of y'all. I can't, and I'm not even really following a whole lot of these people. I've seen more YouTube channel owners since this P Diddy thing has happened. Because let me tell you what everybody is doing. Let me tell y'all the key. Let me tell y'all what's really, really going on. What's really going on? Y'all don't want to know what's really going on with that, or is how everybody's talking about it. That's a trending topic. So everybody has an opinion about it because everybody wants to be seen now. Of course, and that's the way you grow your business. Hey, don't it's I ain't knocking it now. Don't get me wrong. It's a little funny, a little bit comical in a sense, because a lot of them that are talking about it know good and well that is not, unless they're using that from that. Now I can come on and talk about it. I probably will once everything die down. I just want to talk about it from the business standpoint. And I was going to write this book. I had a few people that encouraged me to write this book, but it ain't so Christian like. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'll share the title with y'all another day. I don't talk about it right now. It's not so, but it's true. And I was going to talk about it from a business standpoint. But anyway, what I was going to say about this situation with everybody talking about P. Diddy and the situation that's going on with him, Sean Puffy Combs, Mr. Sean Combs, that is. Let me give you his government name. Anyway, they are really capitalizing on building up their platform off that and talking about the situation. But a lot of them is like, yeah, they're not even talking about it from the standpoint of their business. That's what I'm saying is they're not. Okay, I got some. Hey, have to come back. Oh, okay, thank you, honey. Hey, I didn't even see her there. Yeah, thank you, hon. She went. She did. That was 4 minutes ago. Okay. Um. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to let me get that off that. There we go. All right, now back to what I was saying about Mr. Diddy and all of those. Well, anyway, when I'm going up my YouTube feed, oh my goodness, I see so many thumbnails, and like I said, I'm not knocking them, but that's their marketing strategy of getting their information out there. That's all of that's the grand finale of it. We're talking about marketing right now, and that's what I wanted to say to you about, marketing and getting some things out there for whatever business you have. Listen, y'all, you don't have to write a 40-page business plan. Just get some of these ideas that y'all have, get them on paper. And if you want to be in the next class that I have, in the next course that I do on being specific and putting your plan on paper so we can you can make a profit and put it into action, I'm guarantee you, no matter what idea you have, you can do something with it. And that business plan is going to show you how. This is what you do. You text push the dream to 833-247-6465. You text push the dream to 833-247-6465 and get that done. Okay, so we're going to get that done together, because there are so many layers to your business. And when I mean layers, it's nothing hard. It's just that you got to sit down and you got to be disciplined and just get there and run them ideas out. Get them out your head. That's probably what's wrong with half of us now. We have crazy because we got too much in our mind that we need to get out. We need to be doing something constructive, positive, and something that's going to benefit mankind and God's people in the society, right? Don't y'all think so? Don't y'all think so? I think so. I really do. So anyway, I think, yeah, I've been on 30 minutes. I'm not going to make this too long today, but yes, I've been ill the last few days. That's why I hadn't been on probably about a week. But last week I was really working on a project, and then I got a little ill, and yeah, I was real sick this weekend, and whoo, yeah, it was scary. Yeah, I was about to check out of here, but anyway, God kept me. So thanks so much for listening. And this is a series that we're going to keep talking about, attracting money for your business ideas. And tomorrow, or join me, turn on your notifications or whatever. I want to give you some strategies. I want to give you this information on how to do it, how to make it happen with your business. And go ahead, remember, you can get that free guide if you text push the dream to 833-247-6465. I'll make sure that I send you guys the link that did it, because I don't have it attached to my link, but I definitely want it for those that may see it here. You may see it. Ooh, my iPad about to go down on me here. You may see it in the link here somewhere, but TikTok, you don't have it. I don't think I didn't put it in that link there. So even here on TikTok, if you guys want it, you can DM me and say that you wanted the business guide. But I would prefer you text and push the dream to 833-247-6465. But if that's not convenient for you to do that, just go ahead and DM me and I can send it to you too. Either way, you can get it. Okay. So my iPad over here is about to die, and also I'm finished anyway. So I want to just let y'all know that. And then tomorrow we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the more of the marketing piece of how to attract, money, and then how to put that marketing piece into your business plan and let me say this to you too before I go. Even with loans, when you're getting a loan, they want to see that marketing piece, because that marketing piece is going to increase your revenue. Your grant, if you're getting a grant, even when you're doing the contract, if you're getting a government contract, or if you're doing a contract, what that does for you on that piece of course, the marketing, it's going to kind of help you to lay everything out, and it's going to show you how you can prepare and equip yourself for that proposal when you're doing your proposal. Because that's what you have to do when you're doing government contracts. You have to get out there, have to lay out the proposal on the way that in order to bid on the job. So when you got your marketing stuff together, and when you got all of this information out there about your business, for us, something that is dear to your heart that that you can do, then it's going to be easier for you to fill out the information. And then also it all depends on the interest, whoever's interested in it. I'm thinking about doing a grant before the year's out. I'm thinking about doing a full grant, the grant course, and then also a government contracting. And we'll walk step by step, and we'll even do some live. So those are two things that I want to do for you before the year is out. So if you're interested, you kind of need to let me know. I want to know whoever have interest in it, because after, for the rest of this year, I am not doing them individually, but I'll do them as a, as a week. Do them. I can do them as a course, because I can help many of you guys, but it'll only be a small amount, because I want to be able to put my hands on your stuff and help you. And it'll probably be over a couple of days, or maybe 3 or 4 days, that we have to do that together, because we couldn't do it all in one setting. It just wouldn't be beneficial to you. It wouldn't have no value for you if you just try to cram all this stuff in at one time. But I definitely want to be able to do that to help you. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to go on and get busy doing some things I have to do for some of my personal clients, and go ahead and get things done that I'm working on for them. And I hope y'all have a beautiful afternoon. Alrighty. So talk to y'all later. Okay. Bye. Oh, one more thing. Let me show y'all something before we leave over here. I'm going to show you this one more time. Get your free business plan guide. Some of this stuff that we're going to be talking about this week is going to be in the guide. So get your free guide. It's yours for the getting. Okay. All right. Get your free guide and look in it. And then if you want to grow a business, if you want to get loans for your business, if you want to get government contracts for your business, if you want to, hey, get a grant for your business, what's in that guide is going to help you tremendously. I'm telling you. What's in the guide is going to help you tremendously. I took a week I dumped all of this stuff out of my head, and I put it in that plan for you to prepare yourselves for whatever you want. Okay. So that's what I did for you. How about that? All right, y'all have a beautiful one here. All right. Talk to you later on. Okay. Take care. Bye.